But there are two things I want to say. I want to say that I'm not an ex-Muslim, in case you're wondering. But in the spirit of John F. Kennedy, I was going to say, we're all ex-Muslims. But that's not true, because, well, it is true, in the sense that it's true that all of us are fighting ignorance and superstition, and a world where policies are made on the basis of those things, and people are oppressed on the basis of those things. So we're all in that fight together. But it's really unfair to you for me to say that we're all ex-Muslims, because there's very little threats on me to ridicule or make fun or even try and promote truth. And the bravery that you all have in the efforts you do is something I admire tremendously. So that's why I was willing, when asked to come here after landing at Heathrow, to be able to just say how much I admire the programs that you're doing and what you're involved in. And I think when I think of the major challenges, and Anthony really referred to them, for me recently it hit home in the United States, a few events that just happened that I just wrote about, that not just Islam, but all of the world's organized religions, people can say they're innocuous because, you know, if they don't involve hatred and killing, which they do, they just involve, you know, hoping for the best and thinking good thoughts, and that's not true, because what they do is openly encourage people to not only accept nonsense, but deny the truth. Deny the evidence of empirical reality in many different ways, and that inevitably cannot help but be a bad thing. Because inevitably, if you are in control of anything, be that women or children or the state, you will make bad policies if your policies are based on fairy tales that are untrue. You'll put women in bags. You'll kill homosexuals, or in my country, not allow them to marry. You'll do that on the basis of ideas that are clearly ridiculous. And so it seems to me, if we want to try and have an impact, I know from having listened to Miriam very eloquently recently in Canada when we were together, that when you speak out against the curse that is Islam for many people around the world, you're treated as if you're biased, as if you're racist. But really what we need to speak about is that the basis of that religion is nonsense. Just like the basis of Judaism and Christianity is empirical nonsense. That someone didn't ascend to heaven from a place they'd never been during their life. And it seems to me, if you attack and expose that nonsense, you can't be called racist. And at some level that may help. Instead of always talking about the persecution and the denial of civil rights, which is vital, ultimately it seems to me that ridicule is the most powerful tool we have to display nonsense and get people to think. And so for me, I encourage you, and I will continue to ridicule nonsense wherever I find it and support your efforts. And I applaud the fact that you're much braver than I am. Thank you very much.